Welcome to the Jerry Graves Channel. This channel talks about how to deal with non-justice. I want to go ahead and jump straight in. First, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna go ahead and jump straight into the topic, but I want to go ahead and say that I'm really tired, so you got to kind of bear with me. But and I'm actually laying in bed as I record this. But I wanted to talk about just some ideas that's kind of going through my mind about the system of white supremacy and how it works. One thing that I never hear people talk about is just the overall position that everybody's in, and in particular, of course, black people, and how that affects how other people treat us, regardless of race. Now, obviously, this is because we're black, but I feel as though if you put anybody on the bottom, they're going to get mistreated. And so we catch that flack just because of our position on the bottom. Now, a lot of white people will ask us how to solve the race issue, and they're like, "Oh, it makes it so hard. They just really don't like you guys. Maybe, if kids went to school together and they knew each other when they were really young and they grew up together, they would be less racist and stuff like that." Really, what they're talking about is bigotry, and less bigotry means that there will be a better world. But even if people aren't being judgmental in a negative way, as long as there's a power structure that seeks to disarm and disempower black people, you're always going to be getting mistreated. You're always going to have to deal with that. Even if there's no bigots in the world, if everybody's looking at you kindly. So the situation isn't about making people less bigoted. It's about putting black people in a position where their position is unassailable. That's what it's about. Where you can't attack us. And even if you do look down upon us, you can't really do that, because at the same time, we are in a equal position, or a position that's above your own. So it becomes inconsequential. The only reason why the opinions of people, which I was watching a talk show with Huey P. Newton as one of the guests, and a lot of this stuff gets confused. Like, even back then, is weird. Like, the conversation about race gets confused. Like, when people talk about changing the opinions of white people about black people, that's going to fix racism. And it's not about people's opinion of you. It's about their ability to affect you. And the further you are at the bottom, the more you can be affected by those people who have an opinion of you that's negative. But if you have a position that's above their own or equal to their own, you're above that. You're above their opinions of you. And that's what the problem is. If white people wanted to fix the race problem, all they have to do is improve the position of the black people who are being targeted. You just move us up. You just put us in a better position. And you don't improve everybody's position as well. You leave everybody where they're at, and you give us things to improve our position so that we move up in regards to everybody else. If you give everybody else everything the same thing at the same time, then we all just stay in the same place. And that's what people are arguing for now. They want us to stay in the same place. Now, I was thinking of a whole bunch of metaphors, but it's kind of like if you had a dog and you took the dog and you put it up on the counter, and you had all the rest of the dogs underneath him. And every time that you turned around, you allowed that one dog to be on the counter, or you put them on the counter, and the rest of the dogs are on the floor. what do you think that dog is going to do? The main dog that's on the counter is going to start treating the other dogs like they're less status, like they're under his control just by the position that you're putting them in. And humans are animals, and we do the same thing. If you have black people in an inferior position, they're going to get treated in a they're going to get mistreated. People are going to look down on them. There's going to be jokes, there's going to be all types of things that come with having somebody at the bottom. And that's the problem. It's not necessarily changing everybody's opinion, because you can't change everybody's opinion, but you can change all of the black people who are on the bottom. You can change all of their position and solve the race problem. So it's very easy. Since they aren't going to do that, then it becomes hard. Then it becomes about trying to get them to do what they can and how to improve the position that we're in on our own. That's what it becomes about. But this video is getting kind of long. I have a lot of different angles I want to take in this video, but I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Please leave a comment in the description. In the comment section below. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Peace.